Everyone able to see, right? So now today I will explain once we can record the script, right, what are the functions will be generated. So which function, why, when it is happened to it will be generated. So I will explain that. Okay, before that again, I'm just your understanding purpose. Again, I'm recording the script. Okay. So I told which protocol we need to select. Web means web, HTTP, HTTP protocol we need to select.
HTML.
And we need to give
Okay.
for the script name. What is the script name? Web tour application,
Web tour application.
flight booking.
flight booking, and date 24/06. And click on create button. So once you can click on create button, now we need to click on this is the record button. So you can just click on record button. And once you can click on record button, so we have the already I told we are doing for the web means we need to select for the web browser only, and this is the application nothing but we need to select for the browser like it is a Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. So you need to select anyone is fine. Okay, you can select anyone is fine. Now I'm selecting for the IE Internet Explorer. So URL means so what is the URL? So which business flow you are doing for the scripting? So you need to give for that URL. For example, you are doing for the Facebook application. So which URL we need to give? Facebook application, right? So and same to we are doing for the some ICICIbank.com. So we need to give for the means which application you are testing. So you need to give for that URL. And after that, so we need to click on start recording button. Before click on start recording button, now we are seeing for the some recording options. Means you need to record the script, means some recording options will be there. We need to set those recording options. Click on this. This will be recording options. For recording options, these all will be options. So we can, I will tell you mandated things now, and after later I will explain for the all recording options. Now I am selected for the recording. In the recording, we are able to sing for the HTML based URL based. So now I am selected which based HTML based only selected. So I will explain when we are switch from the HTML to URL also I will explain. Now we are doing for the only HTML based. Then click on HTML advanced. For here, so when you are recording, you need to keep for this two, like a script containing explicit URL and web submit data. You need to keep these two. So second one you need to keep, and after that non-HTML page you need to click on this record within the current script step. Means what are the current our script steps will be there. We need to record those only. So this is the important when you recording for the HTML base. You need to select for the in the script type will be you need to select the second one, and non-HTML generate point of view you need to select for the first one. Okay, it's fine. So then click on OK. If it is not selected, you can select this and click on OK. And after that, you can click on script. So actually, we need to do for the some scripting enhancements means we need to use for the C language. So we are not use much, just simply one or two codes point of we can use. So that is why we can do for the C or Java also we can do. But now we are doing only C only. Okay, C. And after that, and protocol nothing but which protocol you are selected, web HTTP HTML protocol. And after that we need to select for the in advance. So you need to remove, actually when you are starting, right, you are able to see these two, like generate web ad cookies and generate like steps for the WebSocket traffic. So you need to remove these two, because no need for cookies and this all things. So you can remove that. And after that headers also you can click on headers, and every time will be actually when you are install software it will be look like this, means this all will be available header list. So no need to record headers, means you need to click on the do not record headers and click on OK. And after that is this is also important, mapping and filter. So mapping and filter, we have the capture level, we have the three options will be there. Socket level data, and VNet level data, and both like socket level and VNet level. So when we go with the socket level data and when we go with the VNet level data means, so you are doing for the web application. So any web application means you need to select for the socket level data. Maybe you are doing desktop based application like SAP Geo application or any Citrix application. So this type of things means you need to select for the VNet level. Sometimes what will happen, you are recording for the web application only, but you are unable to recording the script. Some request you are unable to capturing. Then you need to select for the both also, socket level, VNet level. So, but you are doing for the based means we need to always select for the socket level data. So these all will be prerequisites before recording the script. You need to check for these steps. Okay, everyone fine, right? So what are things we need to check? First thing will be recording. In the recording, we need to check for the in HTML based. It is a script contain URL and web submit data. So means I want for generate only these two functions, URL or web submit data function. And this is the record record within the current script step means what are the scripts I am recording. I want only that only. That is why I selected as a record within the current script step. And after that, we are the advanced. So you need to remove generate web add cookies and WebSocket and headers. You can do not record headers. You need to keep, and mapping and filter. You need to check for the socket level data. Okay. So now these all will be prerequisites for the before unit record, and after that changes is completed, you can click on OK. And so now once recording options you are set it, right? Now you need to start recording. So now you need to give for the username and password, because we are what we are doing already. Launch is happened. What is the next transaction? We know, right? Everyone will know, right? This business flow. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
What is the this transaction name?
Jojo.
No, transaction name.
Login.
Login.
Username.
Yeah,
Login.
we need to give for that transaction name is a login. Start transaction. We are
Login.
here starting for the transaction. Start transaction login, and you need to give for the details. Actual by default will be Jojo, and Bean will be by default, and click on login. So login transaction is completed or not? Completed.
Yeah, it's
You need to
completed.
end the
Completed.
transaction. And after that, next transaction what? Click on flight.
Flights.
So you need
yeah.
to enter for the click on
Flights.
flights button. You can give for the proper names. You can give for the click on and click on flights. So you should wait for the until page will be load, and after that, so your transaction is completed or not? Click on flights.
Completed.
So you need to end the transaction as a click on flights. Now, next transaction, what is our
Find.
transaction? Find flight means we are
Find flight.
finding the flight. So you need to give for the transaction name find flight, and now you need to perform the what are the you need to select for the departure city and array city, and you want change for the type of city and seat preferences. If you want means you can change. If you don't want also you don't need to change. Click on continue. So this is also find flight transaction only. That is why I'm not ending here this, because you can
Yes.
observe. So Los Angeles, Portland to I book the ticket. These are the available flights. So you need to select for the any one of the flight and click on continue. And after that, this transaction is completed or not?
Completed.
Yes.
So what
Completed.
is the next transaction?
Payment details.
Payment.
Payment
You need to give for the payment details. Click on this. And after that, you need to perform for the payment details like street name it is asking. Okay. I'm giving for the Mayapur and Hyderabad HYD, and credit card number I'm giving for the credit card number, and expiry date of the credit card, and continue. And click on continue. See, payment is transaction is completed means you need to end the transaction name is payment. Then final transaction what? So we are booked the
Log out.
ticket
Invoice.
successfully through web tour application. So ticket is booking is completed. Then we have any work will be there? No, right? We don't have any business.
Yes.
Last final step will be sign up only. So you need
Sign
to
up.
enter for the sign up. And click on sign up. So you need to end this sign up. Then our entire business flow is recorded successfully completed. Now what we need to do, we need to click stop the recording button. This is the stop recording button. Just click on stop recording button. Okay, once you're done, then click on actions. Now we are able to see for the entire code. See, this is the login transaction. See, started and ended. And again, we done for the click on flights. See, it is started, ended here. And find flight. You can observe find flight what we are selected, departure city and array city we are selected,
Array
Los
city.
Angeles and Portland. And after that, what we done, we are selected flight. This is the flight. And after that, it is a find flight is completed. Then what we done, payment details. See, means it is a started here, payment details. And we are enter for the see Miapur, Hyderabad and credit card number, expire date I entered. And after payment is completed, final transaction will be sign up. And we miss any transaction. So launch we miss because automatically it is a launching rate. So you need to give for the manually. With this, I'm getting sound. Okay. So we need to give for the transaction launch and ending here. After start transaction above, it is end for the this transaction is a launch. Then click on this and just will execute. So script will be executed. Now we need to see the response time. You can come here. What are the transactions you are given? With how many users? This is the only one user we are executed.
One
That is
user.
why this is the times we got. So now I will explain further. Like so, one by one transaction ways I will come. Okay, I will open our URL. So we are launching application, we are clicking or we are entering any data. After enter the data, we are clicking, right? Means what will happen?
Yes.
You are clicking. Means if it is a click means what function it will generate it. See, this is the launch. So which function it is generated? Web URL function it is generated. Which function? Web URL function generated. And after that login, what we are doing? Go here. We are entering some data. We are entering for the some data. So means you are entering some data means here it is a you are entering data means it is generated for the web submit data function. Which function it is generated? Web submit data function. Now you can observe I entered for the Jojo and bin. That is why we are submitting some data to the application. That is why it is generated as a function. Which function? Web submit data. So now see we are submitted data, that is what is generated for the submit data. Then after that we'll go to the here and click on login button, and after that flights we are clicking. So click means which function it will generated. Already just now I told. We are clicking means which function it will generated. Web URL. Which function? See, click on flights button. Which function it is generated? Web URL function it is generated. So you are clicking this one, and after that here you are selecting data. Means you are submitting to that data, some data to the application, and you are entering also. You can enter here also, you can change the date, means you can change the date also. Okay, means you are entering some data, means you are submitting some data, means which function it will generate it, find flight,
Web submit.
web submit data, because we are submitting
Yes.
some data to the application, so it is generated as a web submit data. And after that we are clicking continue, and after that you are selecting this one, but you are not clicking, means you are submitting some data to the application, like you are selecting for the flight, this flight we are submitting, so means which function it will generate it, web submit
Web selected.
data. See, web
Yeah.
submit data, it is generated.
Submit data.
And after that we are payment also, we are submitting some data or not,
Yes.
so means which function it will generate it.
Web submit data.
So you can click on this. Now you can go the payment transaction. See which function it is generated, web submit data. See, I submitted for the address one Miapur, Hyderabad, and credit card details, and I enter for the expiry date. So means you are submitting some data, means it is generated as a web submit data. And final will be what we are doing, clicking for the sign up. You are clicking means which function it will generate it, web
URL.
Now you guys will be know, right? So means you are clicking means it is generated as a web URL function. You are submitting some data to the application, then it is generated as a web submit data functions. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Now in this script we know for the all functions, like this is the start transaction, end transaction, which purpose we are using to measure the response time point of view, we need to use for the start and end transaction. So by click, that is why it is generating for the web URL function. And this is also I will explain later. WebSocket option means what will happen, right? So you are when you are recording options, go to the recording options, and mapping and filter. We have the option will be there. Everyone able to see? Click on that option, and we are seeing for the socket level options. These all will be socket level options, like SSL 2x3, SSL 2.0, TLS 1.0, TLS 1.1. So these all will be SSL versions. Maybe sometimes what will happen means client, maybe they are using for the TLS 1.0, but you are using for the SSL 2x3. Then what will happen? You are unable to recording the script. So that is why what we need to do, we need to ask for the client that also. Okay, what is our SSL version? Okay, and going to this, and after that, now you can observe here, but after 2020 onwards, version 2020 onwards, we are getting for the website socket option, SSL version auto. Auto means what will happen means it automatically, maybe that will be TLS 1.0, SSL 2.1 or 3.1, whatever maybe, it automatically that will be work, and our script will be recorded successfully. So that is why we are getting for the web socket option. And so only this function, and apart from this you are able to seeing for the each and every transaction in between, you are seeing for the LR think time. So what is LR think time? LR think time nothing but it's a delay between the action to action. Means this above what you are done, above this think time, what you are done, login, right? Which transaction we are done?
Login is done.
Login
transaction is done.
Means after login, see for example, go to application, you are giving for the Jojo and Bean, and you are clicking for the login. You are clicking for the login. So this transaction is completed. Now you are ending the transaction. End transaction, again you are clicking for the flights. In between this delay, we can call it as a think time. LR think time is action between the delay between the two actions, we can call it as a LR think time. So means it is happen 15 seconds. It is wait for the after end the transaction and it's starting for the click on flights. Now we can observe everywhere you are able to see this. See, here will be took for the 30 seconds LR think time. For this also find flight we have the two request will be there, right? That is why in between this also it is generated for the LR think time. And after that we are done for the find flight and payment. Payment after end for the payment and after starting for the payment details, it is taking some time. So that is the LR think time. So LR think time nothing but, so you are doing for the flight button, you are clicking the flight button. Means it's a click on flight is completed. So after completed that, next transaction, what you are doing? Find flight, right?
Find flight.
So after this find flight, maybe you are selecting for this, and after that click on continue, right? So this will be time it will take. Delay between the action to action, it is called as a LR think time. We can call it as a think time. So everyone is fine, think time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are able to seeing for the this all functions we know for this, right? So everything will be recorded where action. See, everything is
Action.
recorded where action.
Action. Yeah.
But we are able to see the in the actions we have the user in it and action and user end there. Means we have the three sections will be there. User in and action and user end.
Yeah.
Okay, so means user init, what how many sections in user anyone ask means we need to give for the this answer. User init, action and user end. So user init, what is the user init means initial section, maybe launch and login, we can call it as a user init section. Maybe if you want these items you want to keep for the login and logout up to there, so you can control X and you can keep for there in between user init, you can keep. Means initial section like username, after that action is there. Action nothing but what are the actions you are performing? Flight booking. So entire flight booking like you are doing for the click on flights and find flight and payment, this all will be coming to the action because we are performing some action. That is why it is everything will come to the action. And user end is there. User end nothing but what is the end section? Maybe it's a logout, means you need to keep for the logout section here. This is the logout section, right? You can select Control X and you need to give for the in between this control. So means we are not doing anything, just we can record entire thing action also, no problem. So why, what is the difference? Why we are giving for the user init only login part, user end part only end part? Means maybe you are executing the test. So what will happen, right? You are doing for the 5 iterations, means 5 users will be you are executing. Means users will be only execute 5 times only, but going to the action part, what will happen, right? You are executing with the test is a 1 hour. So automatically the action will be working like click on flights and find flight and payment, again click on flights again. So it will be only action will be run. Maybe you can keep for everything will be in action. So everything will be run for the entire duration. How much duration you are giving for the execution? 1 hour you are giving execution. Then what will happen? Login it is happen. And after that login, one minute.
Hello. I think you are speaking and mute.
So for example, you are doing for the Facebook application. Then what we need to do, we need to launch section like launch login, you need to keep for the user init section. Action section, you need to keep for the what are the transactions we have, like upload video, download video, and after that chatting, like comment. These all things you can keep for the only action part. User end means logout part, you can keep this here. So this is the based on for the scripting. We need to split this, and you can do for everything. You can keep for the action part also, no problem. Sometimes based on for our requirement, we need to keep for the everything will be action part. Maximum we can keep for the action part only, but later we'll see for the after end of our revision, end of the course. So I will give for the, this is also I will explain again, user init, action, and end part also. As of now, I will explain everything. Will I keep in action part only? I will explain. So for this is for today class. So anyone have any doubts regarding today class?
No.
Everyone is good.
Yes, yes.
So I think I'm planning to next section will be next section. I will explain for the I will explain this components, and after that load runner architecture, and after that PT life cycle. This will I will explain. After this everything is completed, then we can move to the scripting part. Like we'll come to the, again we need to record script, and after that we need to do some script enhancements. So what are the script elements, how to we can do? So we need to explain that one. Once our scripting everything is completed, then we can move to the controller. In the controller, how to we can design the scenario multiplier point of view, and how we need to execute, and how to design the scenario, and execution how we are doing, and while doing for the execution what are the things we need to observe, and everything I will explain. After controller is completed, we'll move to the analyzer, and we need to analyze the results, and so one by one we need to finish, and we'll close the our sections. Okay, so thank you for joining section. We'll meet for the tomorrow also same time. Okay, 6 p.m. we'll meet. Okay, thank you for joining your class.
Yeah.
So if anyone have any doubts, you can ask me, otherwise we can meet. Everyone is
Okay.
good, right? Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Can you please send me the today and yesterday recordings?
Yeah, sure, I will share.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, bye.